Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. No, I appreciate Malik Willis for not doing that. But yeah, so Packers able to get that win. Again, not really a whole lot to talk about. One other one we'll kind of just glaze over. Bucks Lions. Mainly just because Lions look like dog shit.
Two teams that before the game started, we thought was going to be a shootout.
I thought this was going to be two interceptions, no touchdowns for Jared Goff. Literally barely broke double digits on fantasy.
It did not look good for the Detroit Lions.
No, and they've got so many amazing weapons. What is going on?
It seemed like whatever that they did, the Bucks had an answer for it.
But I'm not going to completely take it out on the Lions because I think the Bucks might be that team this year.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield looking amazing.
But who you got, Bucks or Saints?
That's going to be but when was the last time we sat here being like, NFC South, this is going to be a banger?
Tom Brady.
But even then, it wasn't a banger. It was all theirs.
Right. Yeah. It was literally just Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Running that. Yeah.
This year, you've got the Saints looking great.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Bucks looking great.
And the Falcons.
You got the Falcons looking good.
On an uprising that may fucking shock the league.
That's what I'm saying. When was the last time you saw the NFC South being like, man, these motherfuckers might run the NFC this year? You could get one in off the division, and then you could still get one in off wild card, if not two. I mean, really, you could. So I'm just saying, because the Panthers are not.
No, Panthers aren't going shit.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, quite a surprise. I'm super stoked about the NFC South, and I can't remember the last time I fucking said that. So Panthers, back in like Drew Brees days.
The Panthers are going to get the number one pick again.
Fuck, is that even fair? Like, they should literally be like, you suck ass so much at picking, you are not getting it. You don't get it.
I don't think there's a rule on that.
There should be.
There's
going to be after this year.
That's fucking wild. If the Panthers just go 0-17.
Well, it's not hard to think that.
Just imagine.
Oh, I can imagine.
The Panthers just go 0-17, casually 0-17.
Have a worse 3-year record than the Cleveland Browns did over that span.
I would vote that they have to disband as a football team. I think the best college team that year should take their place.
I think the GM should be fired. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean, even the coach or even the owner of the team gets stripped of it because you are just not performing. You do not give a shit about it's like the Cleveland Indians from Major League, but I don't see them turning it around. So that's pretty much. Oh, don't forget the Browns, Jags. Trevor Lawrence looking like complete dog shit.
The Jets get their first win over the Titans.
With Aaron Rodgers at the helm. Wasn't that great of a game either. I guess we talk real quick on the Saints-Cowboys game. Not really much to say on the behalf of the Cowboys. I mean, they looked horrible.
Yeah, they looked a little rough.
But like we were already saying, the Saints, just Derek Carr, proving that those years there at the Raiders
were wasted.
Yeah.
Even with Devontae Adams, they were wasted.
Yep.
And it's shocking to think that he's the number 2 fantasy quarterback right now.
No, I know. And number 1,
Mr. Old Baker Mayfield.
Yep, on the Bucks. And that's why I said that NFC South looking crazy. But yeah, so we've covered a lot of them. We got a couple left we want to run over real quick. I just want to touch on the Raiders-Ravens back and forth game. Gardner Minshew able to pull out that win there with that crazy catch. Devontae Adams had a couple different crazy catches.
Devontae Adams was there.
That toe tap, oh my Lord. He almost did a worm to keep it. Yeah, it was crazy.
Despite the interception, late in the third, Gardner Minshew was still able to pull off the victory.
Yep, and honestly, hats off to Max Crosby and that Raiders defense because they kept Lamar from pretty much doing anything the second half. I mean, held him at the back of the field on that last drive, did not let them get anything started. So Raiders actually looking somewhat contending. I mean, or maybe Ravens just aren't what everybody thought they were. I don't know.
The Ravens without Mike McDonald just suck.
Yep. So
because they were a defensive team last year.
Yeah, and that's what kept them in a lot of games. They're just not there.
They gave Lamar a lot of opportunities to do something with the ball.
Yeah, well, I mean, now you look at it, he's got still everybody out there plus Derrick Henry, and it's not doing anything.
It's not working. They need something. They need something to click fast.
Moving on, the last game we're going to cover for this episode, it'd be the Cardinals and the Rams. This is also a big one on, like we were talking with the injuries. You got Puka Nacua out. You got Cooper Kupp out, both on IR. And then, again,
they're missing a plethora of offensive line.
And then Stafford still dealing with that ankle injury that's going to plague him more than likely the rest of the fucking season. He's not going to get a break.
It's Matthew Stafford. That always happens.
But he'll play.
Exactly.
He'll always play. But yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. getting his first and second touchdown of his NFL career. Like we already talked about.
What a game. He put up spectacular numbers.
Yeah, we know. Between him and Alvin Kamara,
Yeah, no, if you guys have them on your fantasies, they
You had
were
a hell of a week.
They had a hell of a week. They probably won. If you had both of them.
A-Chain also had a hell of a week, almost 30 point, like right at the 30-point mark.
And it's tough to think that Alvin Kamara was a 4th-round draft pick.
Yeah, well, and honestly, he was, past 2 years, he's kind of been quiet, It
wasn't until late last year when he started to turn things around.
Well, that's when Derek Carr started getting a little bit of a hold on the wheels.
Whatever it is, they got it figured out.
No, great off-season plays, whatever they did there on the Saints, doing a great job. Like I said, can't say it enough. Super stoked to see the NFC South this year. I'll definitely be tuning into some more of those games. And so that means we'll have more coverage of those if you are a fan of Bucks or Saints. Other than that, I think we pretty much covered the majority of games from last week. I know we hit on most of them pretty heavily because there were a lot of good ones, but give a quick look into this next week.
So week 3, I think we got pretty couple mediocre matchup. So Thursday night football, it's going to start us off with Patriots and the Jets.
Could be an interesting game.
It could be an interesting game, and I think it's only fair to our beloved listeners that we give them our honest feedback.
Yeah.
What we think the score and outcome of this game is going to be.
All right.
Jay Fresh, on the mic, who do you have taken this?
Okay,
one?
I'm going to be honest, and I just think Aaron Rodgers and his crew are able to get things figured out. God, I do. I just, after watching, Garrett Wilson kind of not being able to handle the reps, kind of struggling with his cardio, if you will, it seemed like.
Right.
That's not promising. Damn, this is a hard one for me. I'm not going to lie, especially since how bad I talked about the Patriots. I think it's going to be another close call. I just think with the experience of Aaron Rodgers, you're going to get the nod. I think it's going to be like, I would honestly say 17-21.
Okay, that's a pretty fair assessment. Who you taking?
I'm taking Jets.
You're taking Jets?
Yep. I will honestly say I think that the Patriots would lead, and then Aaron would get that last-minute touchdown.
So, to start week 3, we're already split.
Yeah, you're going to take them.
Just because we just played the Patriots.
Right.
The Jets are really good at guarding offenses with a wide receiver 1, with a strong wide receiver who's like that guy.
Right.
But when you go up against a team like the Patriots who don't have that guy, they're going to be in zone a lot. And when you're in zone a lot, it's going to be more checkdowns, more running the ball. And the Jets have let up a lot of rushing yards, a lot of rushing attempts, a lot of ground to be covered on the
right.
And me personally, I just think Ramondre Stevenson, with his average of 20-something carries a game,
he's good.
If the Patriots stick to the run game and their defense holds up, I think that they'll win 27-16. No, 27-14. 27-14.
Yeah, because I will say this, Conklin, though, I think you need to rely on him a little bit more if you're a Jets, if you're Aaron. He is a quick little guy, and he's not even on any of my leagues this year, but I just think he's not getting used. Terry Conklin, I think, or
Tyler Conklin.
Yeah. If you're going to improve, I think you need to start looking at other people other than just Garrett Wilson and
your checkdowns
and Breece Hall.
You need somebody who's going to be your safety blanket.
Yeah.
Your big guy, your tight end who's just going to get you.
He's not a big guy. He's kind of like your little, I think he's a tight end too.
He is.
He's a tiny tight end. He is not a big tight end. But that's kind of the thing. He's the one that can kind of slip in there and out and get unnoticed, where like you see big old Travis Kelce come running. You see big old TJ Hawkinson be like, so, I mean, it's one of those ones. I think he's a little bit of a secret. I think if you use him, it could definitely improve your chances. Right. So that's pretty much all we got for you guys this week. Again, shout out to John for winning that t-shirt and Cody for winning the other one. Hopefully by the time we put out another podcast, we will have those in, and we will be able to distribute them illegally out of the trunk of our cars at Walmart parking lots.
Exactly.
But yeah, again, shout out to all our fans, everybody out there for listening. Appreciate you.
All the love, all the comments.
L for love. You know how it is. So
we appreciate everyone.
Yep. Even Preston.
Yeah.
We got to shout him out at least once a thing. So, but yeah, again, for Jay Fresh
and Jay Real,
that's the Real Fresh podcast for this week, y'all. We're out. Later.
Peace.